You're listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. Hi, I'm Francine.
And I'm Carrie.
We're two best friends who can't stop talking, usually about Disney stuff.
Sometimes we have fascinating guests, and sometimes it's just us. But it's always positive and fun.
We're happy to have you join our chat. Thanks for listening, and let's get started. Hey, Carrie.
Good morning, Fran.
How's it going?
It's going. I don't have my pixie dust yet. I'm just going to put it out there just so that people are.
You don't have to tell people. You're supposed to pretend like you have it all. We're all prepared. We're not.
I'm putting it out there right now because maybe you could ask our guests to give their pixie dust first to give me a little bit more time.
Exactly. See, we do this sometimes. And yes, so then she's tipped our hat too. So we have guests on the show this week. We're really excited to welcome back Jessica and Landon from Vacation Grocery Delivery. It has been over 2 years since we talked to you guys. So welcome back.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us again. I can't believe it's been so long.
Right.
When I looked it up to see how, I couldn't believe it had been 2 years because it feels like just yesterday we chatted and we watched you guys sort of build this fantastic business that we love so much. And you do so much good stuff for us and everybody else. And it's time that we get some updates on what's been going on with you.
That's awesome. Yeah, we are excited to share. We've been working on quite a bit of new things as we've grown over the past couple years and adapted and, kind of figured out our way as business owners and this new venture.
It's so good. So we'll remind people, so your Vacation Grocery Delivery Florida. So I think on the end, it's got the FL in the URL. And can you remind everyone, just if they don't know, how you got started with this business? And this is because we love it. But how you got started, your story's so fantastic.
Yeah. Let's see. It was 2021, or 2020, I believe. It was post-pandemic.
Pandemic-ish.
We were both laid off from the parks. We were waiting to get our callbacks from our jobs. I was driving, I think I was taking like our cat to the vet, and I was listening to the radio, and the radio said like, oh, hey, Disney World's booked up for the first time since COVID started. And I called Jesse and I was like, I know we're still trying to figure things out. What if we just started this business on Facebook? It wouldn't cost us anything. We'll call it, I don't know, Vacation Grocery Delivery. It'll be very self-explanatory. People will know exactly what it is, and then we can just do it on weekends. It help like fund like our retirement, stuff like that. While we figure out what's going on with life. And then fast forward, and it spiraled out of control for the two of us. I'll still never forget the first weekend. We had been working 7 days a week, probably for about 8 months on end, about 12 hours a day. And I looked at her and I was like, we got to have a day off. Wait a second. What if we hired somebody to work 1 day a week? Fast forward from that. Now we've got a team of about 8 people.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, which is awesome. So that was other jobs of mostly other performers, at least theme park people, Disney and some Universal friends that work with us now, and kind of got to share that love a little bit, which is very cool.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so incredible to think, because when you first started, I don't know how I came across you on Facebook, but I happened to be there just after things had opened, and I ordered groceries from you, and it was you two that delivered to me at Saratoga Springs.
Yeah, I remember that actually. That's when we both like tag teamed everything together in the car all day long, and now the operation has changed so much, but I do miss those days.
You guys were in the car driving around doing all the deliveries yourself. Like, that's really, you've got the gumption. And you both worked for Disney. So you were both Disney performers before the pandemic. And then you just decided this was it. And so I love the fact that you hire other sort of cast members or friends who were sort of affected during the pandemic as well.
Yeah, I think that definitely gave us the drive to keep growing, because it became not just about us anymore, but like we had people relying on this. And I think that made it really special for us as new small business owners to, kind of look out for the other people in the area that we cared about and our fellow Disney cast members who we had worked with for years and years and years, and Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool. We still have some with us today that have been with us pretty much from the beginning, which is very cool. A lot have gone back to work, which is equally as awesome. But for those that still love to do this on the side and make a little extra magic with us in their free time, it's really cool.
Yeah, we didn't and start out initially, with that being the idea. At the time, we knew a lot of people who were also laid off performers, and so then when we started this and business started growing, they were like, "Hey, I need a job." So it started off really as us hiring other entertainment members who were waiting for their
Yeah.
callbacks.
Shows to come back and the cruise lines to sail again and all of that.
And then once we saw like how important it was to the community, not only that we ourselves were Disney cast members, but that we were bringing on other Disney cast members. So even after the COVID rehires happened, we wanted to make sure that we continued doing that because, and like everybody listening to this channel knows, I mean, there's nothing like a Disney cast member. Everybody's got the stories and the experiences and the life and the joy, and it really makes some natural cohesion amongst our team. I couldn't ask for a better group.
Absolutely. They are
What a
awesome.
great way to put it. That's such a good way to put it. There is something special. I don't know what it is in their hiring sauce or how they recruit people, but they really do attract like the best of the best, the kind people, the nice people, the happy people, which is evident obviously in you too. So in the last couple of years, things have changed a lot. You have launched new things, all sorts of great, my favorite thing too is the water only delivery. Carrie's shaking her head already.
I love seeing your name come up with the water only delivery. I was like, oh, Fred Dude's back. I love it.
Probably your first customer. Probably your first water only customer.
I love it.
That. Yeah, a lot of new things. We've tried and failed at some things. We tried to do some like rental things that we realized like maybe that's not quite our niche. We added the water only delivery, which I think is the best thing ever in Florida, especially in the summer months.
Yes. Yeah. And it's so good for people too, like me, who drink a ton, but don't know how much to, like, my last trip, I ordered one for my trip, like my stay at Walt Disney World, and then one for Universal so that I didn't have to carry it with me.
Also true.
Yeah. And the cost of that is less than like 3 bottles in the parks.
Yep.
$14 total. Yep. For a 40 count of water. That includes the delivery. That's just total, which I think is
compared to
awesome.
like the $4 or $5 in the park per bottle.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I carry 1 bottle to the park with me every day, it's paid for itself.
Yep.
I love that. Yeah, that's awesome. That was a really good kind of niche that we found that I think that was Landon's idea actually, that he's the ideas man here. He comes up with all the fun stuff.
So many people, Florida tap water is infamous.
It's terrible.
For its lovely taste. And so many people were just like, hey, I just want a case of water, do the food court sell them? And everyone was like, no. But no one wants, to place a $35 minimum order for Amazon or Instacart. So we said, hey, we'll do it for just a little or a bit less than that. And then you don't have to worry about being hydrated while you're sweating out.
And you don't have to, so if you're on a Disney resort, I don't have to be there when you're dropping it off. That's the other thing. If I order with like Uber Eats or one of those places, I've got to meet the driver in the driveway.
It's definitely tricky. Yeah. They'll tell you they'll leave it, but you just you never know if it's going to show up or if it's going to get delivered to the right place. And I mean, as people who love to travel too, every minute of your trip is so important. It's not worth it to risk it.
It's not worth the hassle.
Even if it's just
and
not
you're
worth it.
cheaper.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
Definitely cheaper. Really, it just comes down to the fact that we're already out anyway. So that's kind of like our, lost leader a little bit, that we're just we're already out. So it just makes sense to add it on. But if we weren't already out, it would not work.
Right. But your groceries in general, you don't mark them up.
Correct.
So they are the price that you get in the store.
Yes.
Hmm.
So that's kind of our model. Right now, we are with a software system that charges a percent just to like use the software, which makes sense. But we are currently developing our own. We have a great software team that we actually have found through our Disney community, which makes it even cooler, with Main Street Creations. And they are basically custom building this whole thing for us.
I
So
love it.
it'll be a lot
Yeah.
more user friendly and it will bring the service fee down. So that way we are hoping to stay, you
It's going
know,
to wipe it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Since it's our own software, we won't have a service fee to pay to a provider. So it's actually going to make our service 11% cheaper than it is now.
which is awesome. Yeah, we're very, very excited
You know,
for that.
so it's going to bring us back to our roots and what made
Mhm.
us popular to begin with, which was just that flat delivery fee. There's going to be a credit card processing, but we can't get around that. And then just the price of the
Yeah.
groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
So we're
Everybody
so
charges
excited.
the credit card fee. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just flat across the
It's
board.
normal.
So that's normal. That's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
that's exciting. So a new website.
Yes. New website. It's going to be it's going to have like a lot more items that you can choose from. Obviously, you can still order anything, but it's going to look a lot more robust, I think. And then our personal favorite part, or at least mine, I think both of ours, is all of our magical extras, which is basically we've teamed up with what, 4 or 5 other local businesses in the area who do baked goods like breakfast boxes. You can get Mickey waffles delivered, charcuterie boards,
Fun.
cinnamon buns,
Yeah.
beignets, like all kinds of cool things. So we have like had the, very hard job of testing all of these lovely baked goods, to kind of curate what we think would just be the perfect addition to your stay. Show up and you have Mickey and Friends cupcakes waiting for you at the desk and from an amazing local baker. And so you can add all of these right to your delivery. You don't have to pay an additional delivery fee with the vendor. We've like got some great deals from them to pass on. And
Yeah. Well, so many incredible businesses were born out of COVID, and it can be kind of hard to navigate. Obviously we love Ear for Each Other and all that stuff, but there's so many companies on there, and we wanted to do our best to kind of make our VIP for like the one-stop shop for the Disney fanatic. So they can come to our website, they can get the groceries, they can get the drinks, and then we've got our selected favorite vendors. So all in one place, you can grab all of your home baked snacks and stuff like that.
everything. Yeah, which is super cool. I'm the most excited about those, and they've been really, really popular. So, and of course, we get to sample a lot of those things. So it's a win-win.
That's never a bad thing when you're sampling cupcakes. Now, it's because so many people, when they're coming down, they don't want to go for breakfast in the morning. They want to have something in their room that they can sort of nibble on or snack on before they go to the parks, especially those that are rope dropping and don't want to take time in the morning. So those things are perfect. You have some waffles, some things in your room you can just nibble on before you get out the door.
Yeah.
Maybe some
Absolutely.
fruit and bananas, Fran. That's what you should add to the order. Apples, bananas.
There's
Fruit.
confidentiality. They can't tell you whether I ordered fruit or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's completely confidential. Cannot tell you what she's ordered.
See, that's Fran. It's an extra. You can't tell Carrie that she didn't order any apples or bananas.
Yeah, if you ever see those on my order, it's because Carrie's coming with me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make a note
Oh,
of that.
are through Fran. If I usually I get added onto her
We
order.
know.
Yeah, that's how you know. Those are fantastic add-ons for people because they're so convenient.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then
Well, I like
so
too that you guys have like when you look for stuff like that, like if they find you and they trust you, then they know that you vetted these things, right? Because if you are looking for something, there's so like not even in the ear for each other, like just as a consumer, if you're looking around for ideas of things like that, there's so many of them, right? So, if people are directed to you or they already are working with you, then at least they know that they can like it's a good business, it's a good quality, it's a good what like they know what they're getting by ordering through there. So I like it for that reason too. It helps
Yeah,
Honestly, it takes a step
absolutely.
away,
Yeah.
right? Because it's overwhelming. People might decide not to do it at all when they see all of the choices that are out there, right? Like they can't decide, who to pick or where to go. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we all know that planning a Disney vacation these days is not as simple as just showing up and winging it. So we want to take one step out of that. We want to make sure that you are fed and snacked and good to go to enjoy the most magical place on earth.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's been really, really exciting. I'm trying to think of
Oh, and all the holiday offerings.
oh yeah. Oh yes. Super excited for that this year. Last year I think we had like two or three things from a vendor for like Halloween and for Christmas and things like that. But this year I actually got some details about those yesterday. Some really fun. Everything from Mickey's Not So Scary, like trick or treat candy bags, to all kinds of fun Halloween cupcakes with all of the favorite characters and really, really cool Halloween and Christmas stuff
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
trick-or-treating bags. We work with Santa Claus, and we put together some stockings that we deliver
Ooh,
to the resorts as well
Yeah,
for the family, so they can wake up.
we have the hookup
Yep,
for
so they
sure.
can wake up during the
nice.
holidays with a little stocking with some goodies in it.
Yeah, all kinds of cool holiday offerings. And then holding on to things is new. The
Yes.
if you run
Yes, explain this one to me because I saw it and I was like, how's this working?
Yeah, well, it all happened with one of our original guests that we had, who is amazing, and she comes down for pretty much every Run Disney
Yeah.
race. And so for the first few races a couple years ago, she would order a drying rack, like from Target, that we would pick up for her to help dry, the sweaty like running clothes and things like that. You don't have a ton of that space in the rooms. And so then she would just leave it, kind of donate it to Bell Services or whatever, and then have to buy it again next trip. Um, Back to Landon being the ideas man. I'm pretty sure he just offered like, hey, I can just pick this back up for you and I can just hold on to it until you're going to be back in 3 months. And so we've done that for her for years. We have had her drying rack safely in our home like 4 years now, which is fine. And then we realized like this might not just be her that wants things like that. So now if you need like a drying rack, or some guests prefer to have like an air purifier or box fans, things like that, that are, you don't want to purchase every time you come. We are totally happy to hold on to that for you. So buy it once. If you get a grocery delivery your next trip, we can just throw it back on there for no charge. We'll just hold on to it. And yeah, saves you a little bit of time and effort there.
you better watch out. You're gonna have a kettle in your closet.
You knew I was thinking about the kettle all the way through.
Buy a
It's so,
nice kettle instead of the cheapy kettle. Think about it, Fran. You can buy a kettle with extra
And a
features.
chair,
The kettle with
time.
temperature
Yep.
control. You don't
Uh-huh.
have to buy the $5 kettle.
well,
true.
especially for your people that come from the UK who love to drink tea. Let me
Yeah.
tell you that the coffee makers in the rooms do not make good tea. They just do not. And but there's like a whole other service in Florida that does like lockers where you can store
Yeah.
stuff. And the reason that it kind of tweaked my brain there is because I had one of those lockers for years, and the sole purpose was my kettle.
For your kettle.
Yep.
That was my
Yeah.
and then it became a junk box where it had my kettle and then everything else that I thought, oh, I'll just leave it, and then I would bring back the next, and then it was just junk. So I got rid of it.
It's your junk drawer.
It was my junk drawer. Carrie actually cleaned it out for me one trip, and she's like, "Why do you even have this thing? It's like you never use what's in here."
I got rid of mine a few years before that. I
Yeah.
had one too for years, but I haven't had it for a long time.
Yeah.
They work by charging you like per month.
Oh
Well, they-
yeah. It's
think
Yeah, an
very
annual fee or whatever that
it's
allows one
expensive.
visitor.
Yeah.
It takes a long time
we
for
don't
me.
do that.
Yeah. So definitely, but if you're holding on to people's stuff, maybe consider it should be an upcharge. Just
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
There's
So,
there's
it's
lots
a little
of
bit of extra delivery. Like,
A little bit.
If it becomes that
A little out of
widespread,
control.
well, watch it. Because
cross
you're
that
gonna,
bridge
it's
when we
like,
come to it. But for right now, we're just happy
You
to hold
guys
on
are
to it.
just, you're so lovely. Like, what a great thing that you have this, and that just shows your dedication to your customers, right? Like, your original customer was more than happy to just keep buying this thing every time she came and paying for it or whatever. And you actually took money out of yourself by not getting that delivery from her in the future, but you knew that that was the right thing for her. So it just speaks to how your customer service comes first. And you didn't even think about that. Like, I know that's not how you're marketing yourself, but that, like, it literally means that you were thinking about her and what was right for her more than what was right for your pocketbook. And that just speaks to the kind of business owners that you are.
Yeah,
they're really nice. They're just nice, lovely people
thank
that are
Right.
kind and
Thank
think
you.
and thoughtful and everything.
You all are wonderful too. But no, I saw someone comment on Facebook one time that using vacation grocery delivery was like having family shop for you. And
Yes.
I've kept that in my heart. Every time I train a new team member, I always say like this is the expectation, you know. We know how important that vacation is. We know how much, how hard you worked, how long you saved. We know what a big deal Disney is, and we want you to have an amazing trip just as much as you do. And that's something that Walmart really can't say.
Exactly.
If they drop that order on the curb and don't put the popsicles in the freezer and
Oh,
Well, we've seen it
yes.
all.
seen it all. Oh, I
I
was
can only
delivering at Top
imagine.
Century the other day and I watched a Walmart delivery driver open the woman's strawberries, eat a couple, lick her fingers, eat a couple more, close the lid, and then proceed to deliver it. And I was just,
True. He called me and said, "You will not believe what I just saw."
so okay.
Oh no.
I said
Oh
people
my.
know it's cheaper, but you get what you pay for. Hope that's a
Oh,
little tasty.
I can't even
Oh
imagine
my
what you guys
goodness.
have seen on your travels.
One day we'll write a book,
So
You should absolutely should share. And Landon, I gotta say the fact that you have discovered how to do stories
Oh,
on Jessica's putting her head down. Landon has to say, if you don't follow them on social, you should. Landon has just discovered and figured out how to do stories while he's out doing deliveries, and they're hilarious.
it is chaos through and through, but it's a good time. I get nervous and excited every time I see that Vacation Grocery Delivery has a new Instagram story, and it's just Landon being silly or
I was
meeting.
apprehensive for so long because I was like, oh no, what are people going to think of me? And then I just woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore.
Good.
And it's authentic you, so we love that and we'll take it.
I love it. I love it. I love to see you being your authentic selves. Now, so how it works for people that don't know, you go on, you order your stuff, and then you guys shop usually the day before we arrive. Um, and then you usually do, everybody gets a picture. Is that how it works? Like what? Because I usually get my picture like either while I'm at the airport or the day before, and it just says your stuff's here. And there's a picture of where it is at Bell Services for me. So I never even have to worry that if they say, "Oh, we don't have anything for you," I'm like, "Yeah, here's my picture."
Yeah, every guest is going to get the full breakdown, not only while their shopper is working on the order, but then when it's on the way, when it's delivered, it'll say, I'm here at Saratoga Springs. There are 5 parcels, 3 on the shelf. There's 1 in the fridge and 1 in the freezer. Here's a photo of every location. So they have all of that to reference when they get to Bell Services, hopefully to make pickup super easy for them and for the cast members. So that way the cast members don't have to sort through 500 shelves. They just know, here's the photo. I know exactly where this is, what this order looks like, all of that. So you can see, your milk is in the fridge because you have a photo of that bag. And so it's just a lot of peace of mind, I think, to do it that way. And that's something that is absolutely the expectation for every single one of our orders.
That's amazing. It does because it happened to me once at one resort where they were like, "We don't have anything for you," and I was like, yes, you do." And then they were like, "Oh, there it is," because it wasn't on a shelf where they would have expected it. So that was super. And while you guys are shopping, if there's something that you have on your order and they can't like you can't find it or they're out of stock or whatever, you're texting like while you're there saying, "We don't have this, but we can get you this."
Mhm.
Yep.
Real time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're always going to make sure that we can get as close a substitution for you. We're not just going to beef up that order just because, people
Yeah.
always get worried that like, oh, if I wanted Lay's potato chips, they're going to sub me nacho cheese Doritos. And it's like, no, 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 no.
No.
So we're going to think about this from your shoes, what you're looking for. A big draw, I mean, parents with kids with severe allergies. We train all of our people on that to make sure that if you do a substitution and your kid has a tree nut allergy, that our people are looking at all of those ingredients to make sure.
Sending you a
Yep.
photo of the label if needed, or, just again, peace of mind. One of our team members, Megan, the other day, he was actually a Canadian guest, and I think his phone number didn't have service, maybe because it was from a US number or something. Maybe he had his phone off. But like half of his order the day before was out of stock. So our team member took the initiative to reach out and say, "Hey, I think I want to bump this to tomorrow morning. I will come in and do it tomorrow morning," to give him that whole afternoon to reply because I don't want to show up with only half of his order. And I'm like, "You're not going to get that anywhere else." I was like, "Thank you so much for putting those pieces together. Absolutely great." And she was able to get the rest of the things the next morning because he did get his phone, the service working or whatever. So just things like
That's
that, I
amazing.
think, make a huge difference.
You can't get a machine to do that. That's
Oh,
people using their brains and thinking and caring.
Yeah. And I mean,
That's
and a lot of people also say like, oh, I just want to show up and, I'll take the Ubers and grocery shop myself. And I'm like, all right, have you been to the Walmart up there?
I
Is it
know.
192?
Yeah.
Yeah. First off, you're going to spend hours there. It's going to be crowded. And then also for the price of or less than
All right.
taking
Yes.
a round trip Uber, we'll do it for you and then deliver everything at cost. So you have nothing to lose other
Mm-hmm.
than having more time to yourself and your family by letting us do the work for you.
I can't even imagine in what universe it would be easier or cheaper to get an Uber to go there to pick it up yourself. And then you're spending an hour and a half, 2 hours of your vacation.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't, that part never makes sense to me.
Yeah, from what I read online, people do it once,
Yeah.
and then they don't
They
want to
try
do
it
it
once.
again. And they say,
Probably spend
what?
way more money too. Like you'd probably spend way more money than you planned. Like it's one thing, yeah, like I don't
Yep.
know.
Yep.
Kids grabbing things. Oh, I want this. I want, nope, nope, nope. Mom has her list. Send it in. We will cover
Yeah,
it.
and if you book with us, and your shopper's texting you that day, and you realize like, oh, I forgot to add
Anything.
milk to my order. We're happy to grab that.
Oh,
There's no minimum, there's no maximum. You're not limited by a certain percentage of hold on the card, like I think that Instacart does. If you want to add 100 more bucks of stuff, we'll grab it
whatever
for
you
you.
need.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing. Now, you also do alcohol delivery as well.
We do. We want to make it a little more flexible and to provide as many possible options for our guests because you have to be there for alcohol per Florida law,
Yes,
go ID.
with the logistics for that.
hmm
Yes.
That's amazing. See, already thinking about of how you impact the guest vacation. I love it. What has been sort of the biggest surprise for you about owning a business like this? Like, are you do you feel like you're learning something new every day?
Ooh, every single day. Painfully every day. Yes. Um, Honestly, I didn't think I would have as much fulfillment from it, truthfully. Just knowing that it's ours and we really did build it from the ground up. It's not something that's overly complicated or anything, but we've really just done so much trial and error that I think that really does surprise us and humble us very frequently, that this is really something we kind of pulled out of nothing. And it's long days. We never really get to
Yeah.
clock out. I mean, ever. But it's totally worth it for me.
Yeah, no, I'm pondering. I think it's been a really interesting journey, and I don't mean this negatively at all, but just like working or owning a business with your spouse.
Mm,
Yes.
But I think it's been very beautiful because like we do disagree
absolutely.
on stuff, and it's kind of funny. How do you approach this as business partners? Do you approach this as husband and wife?
Mhm.
But it's been a really like wonderful journey getting to grow, I think, in that aspect with you. And I think that it's done nothing but strengthen our marriage and helped our communication
That's true.
and growth and connection, honestly.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, that was so nice.
We
That
do
was
have
so
to
nice.
definitely take on, put on the business hat, put on the wife hat. There's a lot of juggling that I think has definitely improved a lot of skills
Yeah.
for us, which is
That's
very cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
You did say, like, what you're doing is not that complicated, but it actually is when you think about it. Like,
It's very,
when you think about
she thinks it's not complicated.
all of the logistics, the website, the communications, the staffing, the
Mhm.
pricing, the customer service. And then, we all love Disney, we're all Disney fans, but let's be honest, they're not easy to work with. So setting up, right, figuring out how to do the deliveries, how to be like one of the people that they let leave things there, because they don't always let everybody leave things there, and working with the different people at Bell Services and the management, and like there's a lot of relationship building that you guys have to do there with your vendors and figuring out the right vendors, and all the while delivering amazing customer service. Like it's pretty impressive. You should be very impressed with what you've done. Like,
Yeah.
Thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah. Every time we think we have about as much responsibility as we can handle, we find a way to handle more.
You do
Some,
more.
always something, but honestly, we kind of love it.
Santa, let's call the North Pole and see what we can do.
He's working on it.
Santa, maybe.
I love it. I love it. Um, so with all of this exciting stuff coming next, when do you guys take a break?
We don't. I mean, we do love to travel, so we try to because we don't take like conventional days off during the week. When we're home, we work 7 days a week, but then we try to get away as much as we can and take a breather and all that, and
Going to England in November.
yeah.
Our godson is over there, whose family we also met through Disney Cruise Line. Um, and we're both big Outlander fans.
Okay.
So we're going to Stratford upon Avon to see
Macbeth.
Macbeth with Sam Heughan, who's the main guy in Outlander, in a production out
Our
there.
little nerdy getaways. We love it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yes. So
Good
that
for
week,
you.
I'll be out of office. Just kidding. I'll still be doing emails and things, but we won't physically be here. So we can find time.
I was in or our nephew, or not my nephew. Yeah,
Who?
Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My brother.
Yeah, your brother. Yeah, we were in a production of Her Brothers yesterday. They were doing Hadestown, like a little youth production. I was on the side answering business messages like in the middle of the show because it doesn't stop.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
We always
Yeah.
know to get seats by the door in case we have to run out for a phone call.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're always working.
Always working. When you start your own business, it never quits. That's
hmm
okay. It's
It
beautiful
is,
that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I would change it. I really don't.
I'm just so impressed with how much you guys have accomplished.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
I know.
much.
I love that you've seen us, you guys firsthand have seen us from the beginning when I think you just kind of typed in an email basically what you wanted and we just figured it out. And now we've got this new software that we've designed and it's been a really cool journey for sure.
I
Excited
can't
to
wait to see all that. The website and all of this. It's so
Us too.
exciting.
Oh, yes.
We're very excited.
It's been 6 months in the making.
Yeah, it's been a while. And you guys will definitely be on our beta testing list this week. I will send you over the link to get some feedback and all of that good stuff.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, where can people find you? So, they're planning a trip, they want to go down, and they want to have some groceries delivered. So, where can they find you? What's the best way?
Our social media is always great because we post a lot of live updates and things like that. Our website is just Vacation Grocery Delivery FL, and our Instagram is also the same, Vacation Grocery Delivery FL, and our Facebook, I think, is just Vacation Grocery Delivery, all one word. So any of that, we try to be really active there.
Yep.
You can shoot us a
Facebook
message
message,
there. You can
Instagram.
email us. You can call us 407-630-7793.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're everywhere.
Email
You're
is
everywhere.
definitely the best way to reach us.
I will put all of that in the show notes too for everybody so that they can definitely get in touch with you. This has been so awesome. Carrie, did you have anything else that was pondering your brain that you wanted to ask these guys while they're here?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
Just that
Excited
you'll
to
get
see
your
see
apples
where you
next
guys
time?
go in the future. I'll get my apples next time. Yeah. For sure.
Yes. I
Pick
might
out
have
good
to.
ones.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Now we are at the part of the podcast where we share something that brought us pixie dust, something that brought us joy, just something that made us happy this week. It can be anything. What's your pixie dust this week?
Oh, we have to take our time so Carrie can still think of hers. So we got to go
I
slow.
thought of something. I thought of something that was really. I have pixie dust. I was just, sometimes you just don't. Sometimes yourself blocks the ability to see that pixie dust that was just sitting right in front of you. Our heads are too full of stuff. But I had pixie dust right in front of me. I just had to let it. I just had to clear my
You had to
head.
let it marinate.
Okay, had to marinate a little bit.
And it's just sometimes we just get all caught up in it, right? The pressure of the pixie dust. Whereas what Fran tells us every week, there's pixie dust everywhere.
Everywhere.
And
I know it's one of my
And I
favorites.
found it pretty easily.
I
Anyways,
think for me, like you had said yesterday, we saw my little brother in Hadestown.
Mhm.
That was a really big one for me this week because it always reminds me that my little brother is kind of following in Landon's footsteps of performing because he saw Landon for years doing Disney Cruise Line, dancing and singing and doing all the talented things, and he very much aspires to be like Landon, which I think is just so sweet. So I love seeing him on stage performing and how excited he gets when we go to his shows. And so seeing him yesterday after the show and him coming up to Landon and getting the appraise, like, oh, your show is so good, and just watching him light up is the best thing ever.
He was perfect.
He was really good. He was great. Yeah.
I wouldn't have changed a thing. He was
So that's my
amazing.
pixie dust for this week. Was
Oh,
getting
that's cute. Do you
My
miss it?
performer.
Do you guys miss performing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely. I think it's just a different kind of magic. Landon still does perform a little bit, not with Disney, but some regional theater, a theater and things like that.
Yeah,
So
I get away when I can, but it's more of a
Nice.
but that's all right. Something that, okay, I guess
what's your pixie dust?
I think my pixie dust was you just saying that.
It's
Yeah,
nice
really.
to be admired like that, isn't it?
Why not? That kid's
valid pixie dust. You say that's acceptable. Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He's the best of everything you could possibly put in a
Aw.
person.
He's such a
And
good kid.
oh my God,
Very
I'm
proud
gonna
of
cry.
him.
I'm so proud of him. He's such a good man, and he's getting ready to go off to college, and I'm just so excited to see where the world takes him.
Yeah. All
Oh
right. Is
my
that your pixie
gosh.
dust too? Nathan
Yeah.
is our
That's
pixie
good.
dust
That's
this
good.
week. I love
Oh
that.
my gosh, that's good. That's good. That's good. See, you two are just so nice. Okay, and then Carrie and I are going to come along with some well, I don't know what yours is, but mine's probably pretty dumb in comparison. So go ahead, Carrie. What brought you joy
Mine
this
was
week?
just my pixie dust was I went for lunch with a friend that listens to our podcast, a friend of both of ours, Francine. And I guess they're sub pixie dust because she brought me some pressed pennies from Walt Disney World that had Muppets on it that I didn't know about. But also
Muppets.
just a lovely, lovely lunch and just remembering that you have to connect with your friends and take some time, right? Like the Muppet pressed pennies were the reason that kind of triggered why we needed. She's like, I gotta get you these pressed pennies. But when you sit and talk to somebody and really connect, it was just a lovely lunch, and we realized how wonderful friendship is, and it's just so important to take the time to meet with people and to connect, and even when they live she only lives a couple minutes away, but we never connect enough. So I just had a lovely lunch, a great discussion, and I left with a couple of awesome Muppet trust bunnies at the same time. It was a
Awesome.
win.
I love
So,
that.
That's
that was my
amazing.
pixie dust that was right in front of my eyes. I just had, like I
See?
said, I just had to tell myself not to be silly, Carrie, and find that pixie dust. So, how about you, Fran?
Well, now I feel like mine has to have an emotional thing to it. So originally
No.
I was thinking, my pixie dust was that I went to Costco in the middle of the week, in the middle of the
I
day,
think
and there were no lines. But now
your
I've got to
pixie
put an
dust is your lunch
emotional spin on
with
it.
your.
I
What
spent
about the
time with
pixie
my
dust with your
nephew.
friend? Oh, okay, that one
He
works.
came with me and we got to wander the aisles together and chit chat. We
Oh,
don't spend enough time together either. But we were so amazed because he went to run back to get something from the freezer section. And I said, well, I'm going to go get in line because I'm going to be there forever. Meet me at the front. And I got to the front and there was no line. So definitely the time to go to Costco is the middle of the day during the week.
Fran,
me, have to
You
go a
had
lot.
lunch with some people this week, right? Didn't you have some lunch with some people this week that you
I
got to have
did.
some
I
wonderful
did.
reflection
I also
time?
did too.
That's
I forgot because I put it on my story. So I recently left my corporate job after 29 years. And there were two ladies at work that were retiring and they invited me back for their retirement lunch. So I got to go back and have lunch with my old team and get to see all these people that I had worked with for years and years and years. And it was good for my soul to see them. So yes, Carrie, I forgot about that lunch too. It felt like it was so long ago, but yeah, that was fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. No, there is no such thing as bad pixie dust. All of it,
Oh,
like the small.
I will change mine to diversify it a little
Oh,
bit.
okay, okay. We're getting a second.
Okay.
Because speaking of our godson, every time he does something or he like accomplishes something, he picks whatever he wants me to get a tattoo of, and I get a tattoo of it. And so he just got into a choir nearby where he lives over in England. And the first thing he said when he called us after he told us that he got in, he was just like, "So I get to pick another tattoo?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you do, buddy."
Oh my gosh, now that is commitment. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I will we'll have to update with photos because I'm sure between the 9-year-old and Landon, it's going to be something very silly. But he's a very committed godfather.
Whatever he wants it to be.
I love that. That's fantastic. Oh yeah, we're gonna need to see pictures when you get
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thank you guys so much for joining us again. And we're gonna, you know what? Well, we're not gonna wait 2 years for the next time because you guys
Perfect.
are always updating and changing, and we can't wait to see what's next for you because I know it's big things.
Thank you
Thank y'all
both.
so much. I
Yeah,
really
you guys-
appreciate y'all so much and have loved being friends of yours and working with you these past couple years.
yeah. Next time you guys are down, I'll have to go and look when that is by the water delivery order.
Yeah,
Have to hang out and say hi and, it's been a while.
it has. Yes, yes. Awesome. I can't wait to see you there. Thank you again.
Thank you guys so much for having us. It was so good to see both of you.
Thanks for listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode.
Make sure you're following us on your favorite podcast player so you'll get a new episode every week. And find us on social media too. We'd love to hear from you.
Till next time, remember, you are never too old to be young. Chase your dreams and design your own happily ever after.